Weeds are one of the biggest problems many gardeners face.
Then I was discouraged a little more.
Weed Watch allows participants to collect important data about weeds and weed control methods in neighborhood gardens. By entering their data online, participants also contribute to a real scientific study. Weed Watch is a great opportunity for youth to do hands-on science. And information from Weed Watch can be applied to an action project. Dr. Antonio Di Tommaso is a professor of weed science at Cornell University. He wants to help urban gardeners control weeds in the future. Data collected during Weed Watch can contribute to his research.
Yeah, weed is a plant basically that's growing where one doesn't want it to grow. And so it can be anything. It could actually be a crop inside, a garden. If we can figure out if a particular species is becoming invasive or it's decreasing in quantity, that kind of information can then help us to better manage these species.
Radish development is very large.
Before conducting Weed Watch, contact a gardener or garden manager to arrange a visit at a community garden.
Well, I just came to schedule a time so that they could come out here.
Be sure to ask for permission to interview a gardener and photograph their garden.
Here and also take pictures of all the
It might end up on the Garden Mosaics website.
Okay.
We're going to do a part of a project called Project Weed Watch.
The first step in Weed Watch is to construct a quadrat frame, a square meter frame made out of PVC tubing or meter sticks. Before heading out to the garden, have the youth get familiar with the 3 Weed Watch data forms: garden information, weed control practices, and the weed survey. Now it's time to get outside. Guide the youth in choosing 5 vegetable garden plots to measure.
And find out what's growing in here.
Have them place the quadrat frame in an area where crops are being grown.
So we want to get the average of our crop Swiss chard. We're going to get the low and the high.
Then, have them take measurements of all the crops and weeds within the quadrat.
Looks like 40.
What would the average then?
And record the data on the weed survey form.
33 centimeters. All right.
If possible, repeat the weed survey several times during the growing season.
14.
Wow.
Be sure to bring along a weed identification guide.
Here's another weed that I'm not quite sure what it is. It looks like grass, but to be more specific, I think we better take this one back to the lab.
Youth can take samples of weeds that they're not sure about and get an expert to help identify them later. The data the youth collect can be entered into the Weed Watch database online, or participants can send their data to the address on the bottom of the forms. By contributing to the Weed Watch database, youth are helping Dr. Di Tommaso and other scientists to better understand and manage urban weeds.